Grizzlies, and welcome back to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. My name is Gisela K. Today we're going to be looking at the Athena Brownfield case. And then later we're going to be looking at the updates for Brian Koberger in the Idaho case. So stay tuned for all of that. If you're only here for the Koberger stuff, come back later. And I'll make sure that replay watchers, don't worry. If you don't have time to watch both right now in one long stream, I'll make sure to cut them into two separate episodes so that you can catch the highlights of each. So thank you so much for being here. This episode, as all true crime, comes with a trigger warning. But I've told you guys before, for me, cases involving children are just that much harder, and this one is no exception. So buckle up, make sure that you know it's absolutely heartbreaking. And yes, I'm ready now to dive into this case with you guys. I just really want to put the slow mode on. Because I now have the probable cause affidavit from the docket. Thank you so much to the docket. He's on YouTube, the docket 71, if you want to check out his channel. And so we're going to look through the probable cause affidavit. Okay, so first, I'm going to show you this article just so that we at least know a little bit about it if you've never heard of this case, because I've never covered it on my channel. I've just been following along on Twitter about this case. Okay. Rob says, trigger bunny. So for those who are new to the channel, we do actually have a trigger bunny. This is the trigger bunny. It's for a trigger warning. But normally I would show it if you have to mute something. So don't mute. But yeah, it comes with a trigger warning in this case. So here they say Anadarko. When I think of Anadarko, I just think Chris Watts, Anadarko. Oh my word. Okay. The 4-year-old. Okay, let me just zoom in for you. The 4-year-old Cyril girl, who was the subject of an intensive search last week, was beaten to death late Christmas Day. Prosecutors alleged in a murder charge made public on Tuesday. Imagine beating a 4-year-old for Christmas. That's the type of POS we're dealing with today. The search for Athena Brown eventually became a recovery operation. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation disclosed Tuesday afternoon a child's remains have been found. A caretaker, which I don't want to call him that, a caretaker, but a caretaker, Ivon, sometimes they say Ivon Neil Adams III, 36, is accused in a first-degree murder count of striking Athena multiple times at their home on December 25th. He's accused in a child neglect count of leaving her 5-year-old sister alone on January 6th. And we'll get into that. The probable cause will make all the sense with the timeline. He was charged Thursday in Caddo County District Court after his wife, Alysia Adams, spoke to the OSBI. His wife confessed that he beat Athena about midnight, Christmas Day, and held her up by her arms, an OSBI agent reported in the court affidavit. Okay, so we're going to look at that. Oh, gosh. This is all in the probable cause. Here's a picture of her. This is devastating. So Athena's got a little sister, and they were put in the care of this couple. Their biological mother put them in the care of this couple. And this is what happened to Athena. And the sibling, wow, I mean, the neglect there is very bad. So just to quickly summarize here, Ivon Adams was arrested Thursday in Arizona, in Glendale, a suburb of Phoenix. He agreed Friday to return to Oklahoma to fight the accusations. He remained Tuesday in the Maricopa County Jail. His bail is set at $1 million. Alysia Adams, 31, also was arrested Thursday in Oklahoma. She was charged Tuesday in Caddo County District Court with 2 counts of child neglect. So yes, she was also charged. So even though she confessed and, probably to cover her own ass, all of that, now where did it go? This is not the same. You're not the same. Let me just take this off because it's not, well, the advert's refreshed. We're going to go to the probable cause affidavit anyway now. She confessed to cover her own ass, clearly, but she's also in jail now, facing charges of child neglect and child abuse because she left the kids in his care, and look what happened. So here's the probable cause affidavit. Okay, let's see if we can do that for you. Okay, so again, trigger warning, buckle up. Here we go. Stand by 1 second, please. Oh, Athena's sister is older. Thank you, the glare. She's like what? She's 1 year older, right? Okay, we're gonna look now. My word. Here we go. Affidavit for arrest warrant. State of Oklahoma, SS Cato County. On this 12th day of January 2023, Lieutenant Brenna Alvarez, being first duly sworn upon oath, deposes and says that, I'm going to skip all that, right? The probable cause exists to the arrest of Ivon Neil Adams for the public offense against said county and state, to wit, first-degree murder, and that probable cause of the affiant, believing such facts, exists as follows, to wit. On January 10th, 2023, now note the timeline. January 10th, 2023, 5-year-old AA was located wandering near her residence. So this is Athena's older sister. She's 5. Athena was 4. The sister was located wandering near her residence at 225 West Nebraska Avenue, Cyril, Cato County, Oklahoma, by the male person, Macy Turner. Now, thank goodness that male person is not like that FedEx driver in the Athena Strand case. When I first heard of this guy, I'm like, Athena, wait, we've heard that name before, right? Athena Strand was that other case we looked at, how horrifying, with the FedEx driver. Here, they say that this 5-year-old was walking around and then spotted by this male person, Macy Turner. Turner then called the local police, and Cyril Police Chief Garrett Rainey responded. AA was forensically interviewed and disclosed that she'd been home alone, and she's tired of being alone. Neglect is a terrible form of abuse, if you didn't know. So Rainey received a call from one of the caretakers of AA, Alysia Adams, whom asked where AA's 4-year-old sister, AAKA, was located. At that moment, it was learned that AAKA was missing. AA reported that she called Alysia Mom and Allie and called Alysia's husband, Ivon Adams, Dad and Uncle Ivon. So AAKA and AA's biological mother, Jasmine Brownfield, left AA and AAKA in the care of Alysia and Ivon approximately for 1.5 to 2 years earlier. So since they were 2 and 3 years old. Oh, man. So they say Alysia and Ivon never took AA and AAKA to the doctor for checkups and did not enroll AA into school. Review of phone records for Alysia and Ivon did not match with what they reported to Flores. On December 26th, 2022, between 4:15 and 5:30 hours, Ivon's phone records show his phone leaving 225 West Nebraska and traveling to near Rush Springs, Oklahoma. Alysia and Ivon had a previous residence located in the Rush Springs, Oklahoma area. On January 12th, 2023, Flores re-interviewed Alysia and read her the Miranda warning, to which she waived. Alysia confessed that on December 25th, 2022, now trigger warning, around midnight that night, Ivon beat Athena and held her up by her arms. So AAKA was not moving and her eyes were barely open. He then laid her on the ground and punched her at least 3 more times in the chest. AAKA never moved after that. This occurred at their residence on 225 West Nebraska Avenue, right? West Nebraska. Ivon then left around 0100, so 1 o'clock in the morning on December 26th with her. When he arrived back, he told Alysia that he buried her near a fence line that was next to the old residence in Rush Springs. He informed her he placed a large broken branch over the burial site. Due to these circumstances, we believe that Ivon Adams committed first-degree murder. Okay, so as you can see, it is there's a lot of A's in this case, right? It is redacted, of course, to protect the 5-year-old. So we have Athena Brownfield, the 4-year-old who was murdered. Alysia is the caretaker. The mom is Jasmine, right? Alysia's the caretaker. And AA is the little girl whose name they have redacted to protect her. Yes, Dragonfly Lady says, who beats a 4-year-old evil monster? And I mean, what in the hell? He beat her, lifted her arms, then beat her in the chest, and she died. Wow. So suspect, Ivon Neil Adams, white male. There it's all signed and everything on the 12th of Jan. Just keep going here. Information. I, Jason M. Hicks, the undersigned district attorney of said county in the name and by the authority of the state of Oklahoma, give information that in said county of Cato in the state of Oklahoma, Ivon Adams III did then and there unlawfully, willfully, knowingly, and wrongfully commit the crimes of count 1, murder in the first degree, child abuse, a felony. The defendant, Ivon Adams III, did then and there in Cato County, Oklahoma, on or about the 25th day of December 2022, caused the death of AA. That would be Athena Brownfield, a child born 09/2018, to wit. The death of AA was caused by defendant Ivon Adams III as a result of the willful or malicious use of unreasonable force against AA, said unreasonable force being that said defendant did then and there strike AA multiple times on and about her body and specifically in her chest area. This crime is punishable by death, imprisonment for life, or imprisonment for life without parole. Count 2, child neglect, a felony, on or between the 6th day of January 2023 and the 10th day of January 2023 by willfully or maliciously neglecting AA, 5 years old at the time, did leave the child, AA, without supervision and medical care. This crime is punishable by imprisonment in the custody of the Department of Corrections, not exceeding life imprisonment, or by imprisonment in a county jail not exceeding 1 year, or by a fine of not less than $500,000. Oh, sorry, no, that's $500. sorry. A fine of not less than $500, not or no more than $5,000, or both such fine and imprisonment. So luckily, of course, he's got the murder in the first degree charge, and so that's death sentence or life imprisonment or life without parole. We've got the witnesses here as well. Felony warrant, the state of Oklahoma, County of Cato, to any law enforcement officer. You are hereby commanded to forthwith arrest and take Ivon Adams III into custody for the offense of murder in the first degree, child neglect, and bring him before me or some other magistrate having cognizance of the case to be dealt with according to law. You are further directed to execute to writ or warrant either in daytime or nighttime. Pernille says, I can't use the words I truly feel about this case. Glad we're here together. Me too. Thank you so much all for being here as well. It makes me so angry. Oh my word. Okay, so that is the probable cause affidavit if you haven't seen it before. And if we just quickly go here, you'll see pictures of these people. And I want to show you their social media as well. Athena Brownfield, abuse detailed in Ivon Adams' affidavit. 4-year-old Athena Brown was allegedly beaten to death in Oklahoma and then buried by Ivon Adams, one of her caretakers, according to newly released court documents. That's what we just looked at. Athena was first reported missing. So think of that timeline. First reported missing on January 10th, after her sister, age 5, was found walking alone near the town of Cyril by a postal worker. So she was killed on December 25th, but only reported missing because the other little girl was so neglected that she was wandering around, and the postal worker was like, wait a minute, what is going on here? Why is this child wandering around? Calls the cops. That's the only reason. Otherwise, she may have never been reported missing, or who knows when anyone would have noticed, because they hadn't been taken to the doctors and they hadn't been signed up for school. Police arrested 31-year-old Alysia Adams, along with her husband, Ivon Adams, these are their faces, on suspicion of child neglect. The charges against Ivon Adams were later updated to include first-degree murder. There they are. Caretakers. Wow. On Tuesday, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation said it had recovered the remains of a child. Now, this is still ongoing. This was on Tuesday. Now we're on Wednesday. They'd recovered the remains of a child in rural Grady County outside of Rush Springs. I'll show you on the map in a moment where that is, but was unable to confirm whether the body was Brownfield's. Now, that must be a horrible job, huh? Devastating to go there to the location where this friggin' mofo said to his wife that he buried her there near the old residence. And then they go there and they find this broken branch, and then they start digging and they find this little girl's body, if it is hers. That is so scary. Either way, they found a child's body there. They just have to, of course, first do all the autopsy tests and everything. According to freshly released court documents, which we just read, Alysia Adams admitted to police that Ivon Adams had beaten Brownfield immediately prior to her death and later buried her body near the couple's old home in Rush Springs. This information was contained within the affidavit for Ivon Adams' arrest dated January the 12th, which used the acronym AAKA for Brownfield. The document said that earlier in the day, Alysia confessed that on December 25th, around midnight that night, Ivon beat her and held up her arms, that she was not moving and her eyes were barely open. It continued. He then laid her on the ground and punched her at least 3 more times in her chest, and then she never moved after that. Wow. Okay. So let me quickly, I don't have like a detailed map, but I'll just show you very quickly, generally the area. So just, I've got their address, of course, from the affidavit, and I'll show you where that other, where the area is where they're looking now. So let's do that. Okay, just a quick map time here. So this 225 Nebraska Avenue in Cyril, Oklahoma is where the little sister was seen wandering around when the postal worker was like, what the hell is going on here? And thankfully, she saw something. She said something. She called the police immediately. Like, wait, what is going on here? Thankfully, it's because of her that then it was like, wait, the sister's missing? Otherwise, who knows, man? And so where he went on December 26th at 1 o'clock in the morning was to Rushing, which is just southward and then eastward to, so southeast, Rush Springs, somewhere around this area. I'll show you the drone footage and stuff as well. And then they arrested him in Arizona. Flight being the sign of guilt, huh? What the hell is he doing in Arizona? Oh my word. Okay. So that's what happened there. And then I still want to show you their social media. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's look at this quickly. So here they say, child remains found in Oklahoma as officials say missing toddler Athena Brownfield was killed on Christmas Day. Child remains have been found by investigators in rural Grady County, Oklahoma, amid the ongoing search for Athena Brownfield, as court documents allege the 4-year-old was punched to death on Christmas Day. I just want to pin these if I can because it makes it look nicer. There you go. Sorry. Okay. The OSBI said in a statement it could not confirm that the remains which were found outside of the town of Rush Springs were those of Brownfield. The remains will be transported to the medical examiner's office in Oklahoma City for positive identification. I would assume they'll probably have a press conference once they can confirm that that's actually her, if it is her. The investigation into the girl's disappearance has been ongoing since January 10th, when a mail carrier, Brownfield's 5-year-old sister, saw Brownfield's 5-year-old sister playing alone on the street. Officials on Monday declared the search for Brownfield a recovery operation. Okay. Crime time with JB Gunner. Welcome to the stream. Just a tip to the greatest and most beautiful YouTuber in this business. Thank you for all the hard work you do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All the hard work. Thank you. So the girls, don't you guys get angry when they say the girl's caretaker? I know that was their role, but holy crap, these two failed at that so much. The girl's caretaker. What? Had been watching the children for about 2 years. And if you see the TikToks and everything I want to show you, yeah, were you watching them though? I'm not even trying to throw shade at her, but I just can't help it. It's just like, come on, you knew what happened. And you didn't say a word. In fact, you were like, I'll show you the Instagram post and you're going to get angry too. Okay. Just hold on 1 second. All right, cool. So, Ivon Adams was taken into custody on Thursday in Arizona, is awaiting extradition to Oklahoma. He faces 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of child neglect. Wow. So now look at this. This would be Alysia's, the female caretaker's, Instagram. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're like, very, very angry. Yes, says Kath. It is absolutely heartbreaking. It makes me very mad. So child cases, man, they make me so angry as I'm talking about them. And then later I'm just like devastated. So yes, at least we're going through this together here. So let's just see this quickly. I want to see the dates. January 3rd. That's what I'm talking about. When you see me with everything I deserve, just know I waited my turn, she said on freaking January 2nd, while not telling anyone about what happened to this little girl. January 2nd, selfie time. Work on you, for you. You know what? This is going to make me so mad. Look at this. Look at this. January 1st. I love New Year's. I love the fact that I'll be leaving a whole year behind me, no matter if it was good or bad or average. I like that kind of closure. I love this feeling of starting over again and having a fresh year ahead of me, filled with new chances and new experiences. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh, my word. No, I can't even. December. I'm just trying to find even on the day. What the freak is happening on the day? What's happening here? December 19th. Been making cookies, trying to get the perfect recipe for tomorrow's Christmas cookie exchange. Yes. December 21st. Say a prayer for Gunnar and Eliana. They're both sick right before Christmas. Okay. Other kids. Other kids. One thing about me, I'm a press 0 until I get me a representative. December 22nd. Made picadillo for dinner. December 22nd. Today's the only day you can share this. Happy Christmas Eve. Me saying I'm 5 minutes away. December 24th. I want to go to the day. Show us what's happening on Christmas, lady. December 26th. Nothing on Christmas. December 26th. While her husband is transporting this little girl's body to their old residence to bury her, she's posting on December 26th. The best, y'all. Seriously obsessed with all of PNP stuff. Wow. Right. Mother of yours says a bad word. I would also get a whopping. I think you need one. That's it. I'm telling Mama to whip your butt. Great stuff. Great stuff. Kathy's the best. Nails and spa on December 29th. Are you guys getting angry with me? Thank you, JB Gunner. You're like, she deserves it. Yes. Tina, you feel like me. You're feeling like me right now. Oh, yes. Experience jail witch. The first pic looked like a public washroom. Okay. So, who are my readers out there? I love this idea. Grace is the best. Got me all ready for tonight, December 30th. Pernil says, sorry for the spam, but I'll never in my life understand why someone would hurt a child. No, evil, evil, evil. Same. Like what? The guy, of course, beat her. But my problem with Alysia is that she knew, and eventually confessed, but didn't report her missing. She just carried on with her life. Look at it. Isn't this him here? I think this is him here. Beat night at dinner detective. Oh my gosh. We love the New Year's. Remember that one we looked at? New beginnings, new memories. What, do you think it's a Control-Alt-Delete moment, lady? 2022 was a hell of a year, so ready to make 2023 mine. Oh my word, I don't think I can look at it anymore. I'm going to get so mad. January 4th. We pouting. Now what's happening here? Oh, great. Best night with a man of my dreams. Who's this? Is this the guy? Is this the murder guy or nah? Someone says. No, this is the boyfriend. What? Who's this guy? January 9th. Get you somebody that moved different out of respect for you. I know good men still exist because I'm lucky enough to have one. What? You got a boyfriend? What's going on here? Yeah, not a care in the world, right? And then we've also got TikTok. I can't really play this because of the damn song. But here she is on the 7th of December. You know, doing the typical freaking TikTok reenactments. Lovely. Yeah, that's what yes, boyfriend. That and I'm not updated with. Is that a new boyfriend? Is she like, yeah, time to get snarky? New boyfriend. That is crazy. Yeah. It's pronounced Cardo, not Cato. Cardo. All right, teaching the South African how to say it the American way. Cardo, 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 Oklahoma. I can't imagine you guys saying Cardo. Huh? Okay, moving on. Oh, man, I quite like this little verification though. It's much more fun than those other tests. Verification complete. Looking, 8th of December. I literally have my hand on my hip here. I'm like, Love you again. Now, what is going on here? Okay, that was before. Then the 17th. So this was the 17th of December. So all these TikToks stopped before Christmas. Okay, cool. So let's just make sure that I've looked at everything. Oh, yeah, this was the drone footage where they say child's remains found in rural Grady County.
And look at all the information and get all of the evidence and so that they can build the strongest case they can. But you can see them kind of looking at an area right in there, and that's kind of where we believe that's where we were looking, Michael, wouldn't it? Yeah. And right. Is your microphone up, Michael? Okay. All right. So what Michael was saying was Michael's going to maintain, as far as operating the camera, we're going to maintain some sensitivity as far as not zooming in, not getting too close to the site, to the scene, because I mean it's it's something that is very, very sensitive and a very somber and sad situation out here. This, to give you an idea where we are, we're kind of we're north of Rush Springs. Rush Springs is 4.5 miles south of us right now, and this is land that belongs to the caregiver and his wife. Now the girl, she was the mother of the child, right?
They were both caregivers, and
Okay.
She has confessed. She confessed to what happened.
Yeah.
That's how they know so much. They are family members of the little girl, is my understanding, Chase. They are family members. They're just not the biological parents.
Gotcha.
Oh my word, this is just terrible, right? JB Gunner says, South African, I thought you was British. British broad. Inside joke. Audience, calm down. It is an inside joke, you guys. Chill. Oh my word, this is just... And I'm sure we're going to find out some bad news soon. How scary it'll be if it's not her. Also scary.
Gotcha.
But the 5-year-old did call the male caregiver did call him dad and uncle both.
Oh wow.
That was in the affidavit. That's not like private information. That's public. That's in the affidavits or in the probable cause, I believe.
Gotcha. All right, so I mean, the station definitely has a whole lot of information about this, and we have been reporting on it. So if you do get a chance to watch KOCO5 News, and we still have the 4 o'clock show that's got about another 19 minutes remaining. Then we'll go right into the 5 o'clock show that goes until 5:30. And during all of our shows this evening, we're going to be passing along all the information that we've been able to gather over the past few, not just days, but hours and minutes. The story has been developing today as we...
I'm just going to go forward a little bit here because they show us more like this.
You okay with the wide shot right now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
We're still live on air.
Copy that.
Okay, so before we take our shot down on social media, we're gonna just kind of zoom in and show you kind of where the location was, where we believed the remains were found. They were over here in these trees, and right down in there, I think it's right there in the bottom left of your shot there, Michael. And once we zoom in, we'll be able to see where that site was. It's down a little bit more.
Oh, I was thinking it was up in the.
Even me.
I think it's right in there. So we believe this is the site where the remains were placed and where the remains were discovered just a little while ago. You can see that disturbed earth there in the top left of your shot, and that's where the investigators were when we first got on scene. So kind of some closure now to a story that has been developing over the past few days, and not the outcome that anybody wanted. But now that we know the truth and we know what happened, it can kind of, begin to create some closure for so many out there, especially all the friends and family that knew the little girl and were so worried and scared about what happened. Our worst fears have been imagined. But all we can do now is just pray for the family, pray for the friends that are going to be in mourning for the next few days and for a lot of time to come.
Yes, a lot of time, not just days, right? A lot of time. I also want to show you something quickly, and then we're going to move on to the next case. Yes, I've got something for you. So just hold on 1 second. Where is it now? I closed tabs, just waiting about that. Yes, here. This is where they say Athena Brownfield missing from Oklahoma. I know this group is solely based on Athena and the whole case, but I think there is way more to unpack here than just what we know. Every single one of these babies has a story. Look at these marks on these kids. These are Ivon's sons. That is horrifying. It could be just, other marks or something. I don't know. But, oh, man. Absolutely terrible. So that's what that is what I have for you today. I just quickly want to see if there's one more thing for you. Just one more picture or something. So here you go. Little Athena Brownfield. Beaten to death by her caretaker. Oh my gosh. Let's just go here. Look at her. So sweet. I feel so terrible for her. And her little sister. And this was all in my intro. Mug shots and all that. This is Alysia. And we've seen him as well. Okay. So we looked at the updates in the case. We are yet to see if the remains that they found are identified as Athena Brownfield. I can only speculate and imagine they would be. But I'll let you know when that news is out as well. And we looked at the probable cause affidavit as well today in this case, which has the whole timeline and all the facts that we really need to know in this case. So we will keep an eye on what's happening on the court proceedings for both of them. Thank you so much for being here with me to look at that case. What we're going to do now is continue on with looking at the Idaho case. So for those of you watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see the highlights of the Coburger stuff, that's going to be on a separate video. All right. So everyone who's here live right now, make sure you hit the thumbs up, share as well. Share this hashtag Athena Brownfield if you can, please, so that it's all categorized together. You can also add hashtag Grizzly to Crime. You'll find me on Twitter as well, at Grizzly Gisela. So yes, and this case makes me very angry and very, very sad. This is devastating. And again, I'm so thankful that postal worker called it in. So grateful for that, because if you see something, yes, please say something. It can really, really help. And especially maybe it even saved that little girl's life for all we know. So yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to play my Coburger intro. I do have the search warrant, you guys. The docket has just sent me the search warrant. It's very long, but we're going to look at it, okay? We've got an article on it, but I've actually got the entire document, which he just got from the courts, which is just amazing. Thank you, JB Gunner, just because I think you deserve it. Thank you so much. You're adding to my whiskey fund. I like it a lot. Thank you. All right, everyone. So let me play that for you. I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.